Hello, in this video we're going to check our answer to the equation 4 over y minus 5 equals 5 over 2y. Now scrolling down through this work, we got an answer of y equals 3/10. So let's go ahead and check to see whether or not that truly is in fact the solution to the equation. So what you want to do is plug 3/10 back into the original equation. So anywhere you see y, we'll replace it with 3/10. So with that said, left hand side is going to look like 4 over 3/10 minus 5. And we want to see if that gives us the same thing as 5 over 2 times, now use parentheses here, 3/10. I'll go ahead and put parentheses around our first copy of 3/10 as well, so we can get an idea of what to do in terms of simplifying. Alright, so with that said, let's take a look at that first fraction. This is asking us to do 4 divided by 3/10. So again, if you think about what we were doing in class, when you divide by a fraction, it turns into multiplication by the reciprocal. So 4 divided by 3/10 ultimately works out to be 4 times 10 over 3. Of course, we'll still have to subtract 5. On the right hand side, we'll have 5 over, and I'm not going to multiply by the reciprocal just yet because I do notice some cross canceling here. So for instance, the 2 is going to reduce the 10 to a 5. So basically, once simplification takes place, we're taking 5 and we're dividing it by 3/5. Okay? So now I'll go ahead and just copy back down the left hand side. And on the right hand side, again, dividing by 3/5 amounts to multiplying by 5/3. Now with the left hand side, you want to keep in mind your order of operations. What you have to do is the multiplication between 4 and 10/3 first, and then worry about subtracting 5. So with that said, 4 times 10/3, what we'll do is multiply 4 and 10 together to get 40 over 3 minus 5. And on the right hand side, multiplying 5 to 5/3 amounts to just multiplying the 5s together, but still writing that on top of 3. So a little bit more work to do on the left hand side. Note that this 5 is technically sitting on top of 1, so we're going to have to find a common denominator. That's what we're supposed to do when subtracting two fractions, of course. And that common denominator is going to be the LCM of 3 and 1, which is clearly 3. So basically what I'm going to do is multiply top and bottom of this fraction by 3. So we get 40 over 3, and multiplying the 5 by 3 gives us 15 over 3. And we want to see if upon subtracting 40 over 3 minus 15 over 3, we get 25 over 3. So what we have to do now is just subtract the numerators, since they have a common denominator, these two fractions have, sorry about that. And if you think about it, 40 minus 15 does give you 25. So we see that the fraction on the left does work out to be 25/3, which is exactly what the fraction on the right is. Now if you see a statement like this, where number equals to itself, there's no arguing about the truth of it. This is always true, which ultimately means that our answer of y equals 3/10 is in fact the correct answer to this equation. That's it. Thanks for watching.